Hi, and welcome to the Los Angeles International Film Festival. So that was Dead Body, and I'm thrilled to be joined today by director Andy Rossi and some of his team. So welcome to everyone today.
Well, Natasha, thanks for having us. Thank you guys for checking out our movie. My name's Andy Rossi. I was the writer, director, and actor for Dead Body, and I got some great people here from our team. So I guess I'll just go around and introduce you to some familiar faces now that you've seen the film. First, we have Aaron Massey, who is one of our lead actors. So Aaron, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Aaron Massey. I play Jason, and hope you guys enjoyed it.
And then we also had his tag team partner, James Edward Shippy, who played Craig.
Hi, everybody. I'm James in the film. Yeah, and like as Aaron was saying, I hope you enjoyed the film.
And then we had his fiance, who played Angela with her awesome moves.
Yes, hi. I'm Danielle Dallacco. I played Angela in the film as Krav Maga.
And then the guy that got you guys saw the movie already, but are Into the Eyeball of Officer Byford. We have Tim Cannon.
Hello, I'm Tim Cannon, played Officer. I got my coffee here, but not my donut, so hope you enjoy the movie.
Always in character. And then last but not least, we have a quick cameo in the film playing Alan, one of Clean Larry's customers. We have Jack Farmer.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Hope everyone had that blink and you'll miss it role, but very fun time on set with you guys.
I hope so too.
Well, I certainly did. I'm sure everyone else did as well. It was absolutely hilarious. So tell us how you, Andy, a bit about how you put together the concept, where the inspiration came from, and how you worked with all these amazing actors to really create that the whole atmosphere of the film.
Yeah, the writing aspect isn't that cool of a story. I was in an acting class where I was in a scene about getting rid of a dead body. It was kind of like a serious scene, and I just naturally a comedic actor, so I'm like, I like this, but I kind of want to make this funny. So I just started like kind of writing some ideas here and there, and then luckily I have done. I have two of my actors here, Tim and Danielle, who I met at the Groundlings. And then also I work as a DJ, and luckily enough, there's some great DJs, Aaron and James, we all met via being a DJ. So, you know, different aspects of entertainment I was lucky enough to be in. So that's why we got such a great cast. Like all the cast is pretty much people that I've worked with or friends with. So it was really like a cool experience.
Sorry, I was muted there. I just said, great, that's excellent. And how did you all knew each other before, mostly, you said. So was it easy for you to just get people involved, or did you do a casting? What was the process behind that?
Sorry, it was cutting out just a little bit. Do you mind repeating it?
Yeah, of course. So I was asking about the casting process. And you knew a lot of people before, or you'd worked with people before. Did you have roles in mind, or did you do an audition? How did it work?
Well, I actually wrote it originally for myself as the lead. And then as we kind of moved forward, I really wanted to try my hand at directing. And I didn't feel like I could be a first-time feature film director and have a lead role at the same time. So luckily, I was working on a film with Aaron, and I was just like, man, Aaron would be great as the role that I kind of wrote for myself. So that's how that kind of worked out. And then everyone else, yeah, I did have them in mind, and luckily they said yes. But yeah, so everyone that you see in the film, for the most part, that I could think of was kind of my person I had in mind, which is super lucky.
Cool. And Danielle, tell us, did you do Krav Maga before? What was your experience there?
No, I did not do Krav Maga beforehand. I'm pretty athletic though. And I'm a very serious actor. So I did want to kind of have the knowledge because it's not a huge part of the film, but it is mentioned and there is a scene about it. So I wanted it to be pretty believable. So I did actually study and train doing Krav Maga for 2 weeks at Krav Maga Worldwide here in LA in Sherman
So
Oaks.
great.
They were really, really cool. I told them I was in a movie being a Krav Maga instructor, and they were so thrilled and wanted to teach me everything and anything. So it really came in handy, especially the move. So I hope it was believable.
It was.
Definitely. It really was. And I think it was a very important aspect to the film, actually. It's small but significant. So James and Aaron, how did you guys work together to really become two best friends who needed to sort the situation? How did you work and collaborate to capture that?
It was awful.
Well, you,
What? Go ahead. No, you go first. No, I'm just kidding.
well, no, look, just like Danielle, we're very dedicated actors. So together for 2 weeks before the film was taking place, you saw the magic happen on camera. But no, all jokes aside, yeah, I don't know. Well, Aaron, you said it was horrible. I really felt like we were good best friends on camera and off camera, my friend.
That was just a little bit of my bad humor. Just trying to. No, James and I had known each other a little bit because we were both DJing and in that same circle. So working within the same company, and so I'd known him a little. But we didn't know each other like extremely well, but there was still a little bit of a connection there that we could kind of build off of. And then, from there, it's just not every film you get to have opportunities to spend a lot of time together, which we didn't. So we had a short amount of time to make that relationship work. And it just, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes you do gel with that other person across from you. And I always felt like a strong relationship. And James was just awesome across from me. And we were able to just work off each other. And I think that hopefully it did.
Yeah, it definitely did. What other challenges did you face in making this film? That's a question to all of you. I think you probably all have some challenges.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what other people have to say. I mean, making a movie is crazy. Like, I mean, the first day of shooting, we were shooting in the apartment, and just so happened there was a crazy, or not first day shooting, I guess, our first day shooting in the apartment, and there was construction, like not just like construction when people are like putting up a picture or something, but it was like chainsaws and like sanding and just like the loudest noises you could possibly hear. And I just look at my sound guy, I'm like, he's like, no, none of this is gonna work. So like our whole morning was pretty much shot. Like we shot, like there's some stuff, my character that comes and visits Aaron in the hallway, like that scene, like I don't know how many times we did that because the sound just wouldn't work. And it was tough because it was kind of like our first day of really like a lot of dialogue and stuff and just working through that. And then we are at another shoot. This is actually with Tim. His scene, Tim, I don't know if you remember this, when we're about to do his scene, we're all set, ready to go. We're outside. And then this whole team of lawnmowers just starts going off and they start mowing lawns across the street. And I'm like, no. So I had to run over there and I'm like, hey, can you guys just give us like half hour, please? And then we went over a half hour. So they're kind of looking at us like, what are you doing? But yeah, so I think challenging for me was, those are the things that stick out, is kind of like getting through like sound and how to work through it. And luckily we were able to. know if anyone else has anything.
I had a
Andy,
challenge. Oh, no, you go,
are you
Jim.
sure? No, you can.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, Danielle, before because you weren't at this shoot day, but when we were doing scenes at the house where the RJ's getting the business from, the gangsters and all that stuff, I believe, wasn't there like a marching band that was like practicing like 2 streets up?
Yeah, we're in this backyard away from most people, and we're doing like the woods, and all of a sudden, in the distance, Corey, our sound guy, is just like, I think I hear a marching band. And then all of a sudden we started hearing it. And yeah, sure enough, there's some marching band like practicing like blocks away, but you could definitely hear it. So I don't think you could hear it in the film, but it definitely, we worked through it.
Yeah. On my end, if we're going to talk about some challenges, sorry, if I'm just going to jump in here, I don't have much to say, so I got to.
No one wants to hear you, Danielle. I'm kidding.
So I was going to say, for me, this was my first, and to this point, still my only time ever on a set acting in any way, shape, or form. So it was very interesting to jump in at a point, and Andy, you can talk about why this scene came up. To jump in and work with these people who are all so talented and already in the midst of recording and finding a way to contribute. It was a very fun experience getting to be a part of it and doing it. But that just the whole thing, anything I was involved in seemed challenging because it was my first go around. But Andy, I think I should let you explain why that scene was added in the first place and why it was a challenge to start.
Yeah, well, I wrote the script where Craig and Jason are at a Bed Bath & Beyond store and they're looking through air fresheners. And that was kind of like, actually, I think that was the first thing I ever wrote. And I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of funny. Just like see these 2 guys buying a bunch of air fresheners in a Bed Bath & Beyond. And then when it came time to like shoot in a Bed Bath, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I probably got to get some significant permits. I got to talk to Bed Bath. I don't know how that all works. So Aaron suggested, like, why don't they go to like a back alley or something like that? And I'm like, that's hilarious. And then I thought of this character, Clean Larry, and this guy who is also from the Groundlings named Ted. I'm like, I need to get Ted in this movie somehow. So there we go. So he was able to jump in and do this crazy. He was kind of like the last minute part in the movie. So I'm so glad it worked out. But I want to go to Danielle, who is trying to talk about something. So go ahead, Danny.
The moment has passed. No, I was just going to say very briefly, because I feel like we've been talking about this for a minute, but just working with James, I think we worked on one like sketch that Andy had written prior, and he's just such a comedic genius and such a great improviser, and Andy let us improvise a lot of the script. So a huge challenge in my eyes, in my experience, was not breaking, because we would almost be like trying to one up each other to make the other one break or just start laughing. And it was just like one of the most fun experiences I've ever had on set, but also very challenging.
No, yeah, you guys did great. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Danielle and James do he's kind of pasty. All that stuff at the bar was definitely not written by me. Stuff that you guys came up with. So yeah,
fun stuff. Yeah, it was fun improvising with Danielle for sure.
Yeah, and Tim, you always get a laugh at your holiday armadillo line.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's all the writing right there. That's Andy. She had to deliver. I will say the one thing I remember is when we're dressed up as police officers going into the house, the neighbors across the street, I think didn't realize it was a movie. So it looked bad, but we explained the situation, and hopefully, luckily no real cops showed up to get us in trouble for impersonating them.
Yeah, that is challenging to shoot anything with police officers out in the open, so, but it worked out. We were okay.
Yeah, it definitely worked out. I found it so hilarious just the whole way through. I loved it.
Thanks.
What has been the reception at other screenings, or have you done other festivals, and what's coming up?
So yeah, we're at the Soho Film Festival actually as of today. So we're there for, I think, a week. And then we have the LA Film Festival. And then we're at the Studio City Film Festival at the end of the month here in California. So this month we're pretty busy with Film Fest, but actually Soho was our world premiere. So LA Film Festival, you're only the second place to see the film, which is really cool. So we're kind of in the early stages of, hearing people's reaction about it. But so far it's been, super fun to hear people enjoy it. I don't know what anybody else has heard.
What about, have you seen it on the big screen anywhere yourself?
Not yet. Studio City has a screening here. I forget the date off the top of my head. But yeah, it's going to be at a theater here. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I mean, just being back in theater is super cool. So can't wait to see it on the big screen.
Wow, that's so exciting. So what's next for you and for all of you? What are you up to at the moment? Do you have anything? Do you have any projects going on at the moment? What's next?
Yeah, I'd love to hear what everybody else is doing. We don't all stay in touch as much as we should. I wrote a short that I want to shoot pretty soon, hopefully by the end of the year. Kind of similar tone, and I guess I have a thing with like comedy and kind of shooting people and whatnot. So I want to shoot that next, and kind of working on a comedic pilot with probably similar faces that you see in this film. And yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm curious what everybody else. Danielle, you're shooting something today, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm doing a pickup shot for a music video for the band Midlake, co-starring with Michael Pena. And that's going to be premiering in January with the release of their new album. The song is called Bethel Woods. Very exciting stuff, period piece, very cool to shoot. And then I'm actually working on writing, directing, and acting in my first short. So
nice.
We'll see. Hopefully.
Nice. Well, let us know if you need any help.
Oh yeah, I will.
Because
I'm like, okay, I know how to write it, but I don't know where to go from here. So.
And what about Aaron? Aaron, you're working on a bunch of stuff.
Yes. So the main thing right now is I'm nearing completion of a feature film that I wrote and directed. It's my first feature. It's been a long process. I don't want to say how long, but Andy actually had a role in it, and he crushed it. It's a drama mystery, so it's a much different tone than Dead Body. But hopefully I'll be able to get that to the film festival circuit next year at some point. Trailers online, and I do some stuff on YouTube as well, and you can find me under my name. So, but the title of the film is called Midwest. There's actually a space in between the mid and the west if you're searching for it. I can't find it. And that's what I've been up to.
What about you, James?
Yeah, well, if you see behind me, I have a nursery. So I have a newborn. I have a 3-month-old son. So I've been up to not getting much sleep lately. That's what I've been up to. But yeah, professionally, I'm a writer as well, and I've been working on a script with the director. His first film just got put on Netflix, and we've been developing like a social political horror film, feature film script. So really excited about that, and we got some things going there. So I've been putting a lot of time into that.
And what about you, Tim? Tim, you got hilarious videos you should talk about.
Unmuted. Yeah, I am in the same boat with a small child, not my child, my sister's kid. So I'm an uncle now. So I've been kind of like Manny. And then I've been making short form comedy videos for TikTok and Instagram as well. So my handle is at Real Tim Cannon, if you want to check those out. And a lot of inspiration on those from characters that Andy and I used to do at Groundlings, because we were always drawn to really stupid characters. I think it was like the easiest to like jump from, like, at least for who I am naturally. we always had fun doing those. So yeah, making short form stuff. And I've been in Northern California since COVID happened. So hopefully be getting down to LA in the first quarter of next year. Get back on set for Andy's next feature / pilot.
Yeah, we need you out here. And then Jack, what are you working on, Jack?
So most of my time is spent working in broadcasting and radio and things. I work for Spotify and The Ringer, and I do movie reviews with Andy and James, actually, as well as some radio stuff. But the thing that I think is still important to talk about, I'm a big fan of finishing and getting through the finish line. I think we need to make sure that everyone is sharing this movie, Dead Body Movie, whether it be sharing it on their own social media, telling their friends about it, buying tickets and supporting it. That's my big thing. I want to see this movie really seen by as many people as possible. So anyone that can hear my voice, make sure you copy the link, put it in your social media and send it out. Tag me at Real Jack Farmer. I'll share it too. Let's just get this out there and let's get it seen by as many people as possible.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. Spoken like a true producer.
Wow, I completely agree with that as well. So I've taken down all the Twitter handles that you've all just said, or was it Twitter or Instagram? Hopefully I'll find you anyway and I'll share. And we would love also to hear from the audiences. Hope everyone loved the film as much as I did, and also that you enjoyed the Q&A today. And our handle on Twitter and on Instagram is at Los Angeles IFF. So come and chat to us on there. We also have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. So we're over on there as well. Come and tell us what you thought and connect with us there. And once again, absolute huge thank you to everyone from the team at Dead Body. Thank you, Andy, and thank you everyone for joining me today.
Thank you for having us, and happy to see my team all together. And like I said, it was a really great time to, shooting this with people that were all wonderful to work with. So hopefully that shows up on screen. I think it does. So hope you enjoyed it. And like Jack said, tell your friends, and let's keep this dead body train rolling. The trains roll. I don't know.
Keep it alive, the dead body. No.
There you go.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
All right. Thank you.